Hi, Nazym. Okay, so let's take a look at what you wrote for us today. This one is about speed limits and if it's the best option for road safety. Let's see what you had to say about this, okay? Experts throughout the developing and developed world would have debated that speed limit reduction is the ideal option for road security. Okay, don't know why you said would have debated. I mean, it's as if you're saying theoretically this is something that they would say if they were asked. So I don't know why you're framing it in a theoretical kind of way. Instead, you should really just say that they have debated. So they have debated whether speed limit reduction is the ideal option for road security. Some people believe that speed limit decreases. Okay, careful. Speed limit is part of the adjective, and then the decrease is the noun. So that's what you're actually trying to say. Speed limit decreases will not bring benefits, if any. Personally, I believe that the benefits of it exceed the disadvantages. This essay will argue that speed limit, again no S, reductions will be favorable for road security by using examples from the UK government and Oxford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that speed limit cutbacks. All right, we have to talk a little bit about grammar here. Basically, you're using a noun, speed limit, as an adjective. And so what that means is that you cannot put an S on it. Okay? Because just as we don't put plurals on our adjectives, when you have a noun acting as an adjective, you still don't put an S on it. So this needs to remain singular, and then the plural form must go to the main noun. So let's try this again. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that speed limit cutbacks, S, will enhance road security. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, the stopping distance will decrease due to speed restriction, and subsequently the cases of mortality on the roads will tumble. Okay, I don't know what you mean, the stopping distance. I don't know what that means. And then tumble is not really the best word. They will decrease, they will drop, they will decline, something, but not really tumble. Okay, so secondly, the number of cars, S, crushed in an accident will diminish. For example, in recent research, we never use an article with research because it's uncountable. So it's just recent research from the UK government demonstrated that if the speed restrictions were imposed at dangerous sides of roads, 75% of deaths that have occurred on the roads would have disappeared, would not have happened, something not zeroed out. This is not a natural English expression. On the other hand, although there is a case for imposing speed limits as the most suitable option for road safety enrichment, the dangerous impact of slower driving cannot be understated. This is largely because the vehicle engine works, the higher the amount. You can't really enumerate CO2 emissions, but you can talk about it in terms of an amount. So the amount of CO2 emissions produced, let's see, the slower the vehicle engine works, the higher the amount of CO emissions produced by the engine into the Earth's atmosphere. For instance, an extensive study by Oxford University indicated that an increase of carbon emissions in developed countries, how about a 45% increase of carbon emissions in developed countries, were directly related to speed limit imposition. And when you have a noun, we prefer it over the ing. However, I do believe that the scientists sooner rather than later, I think that's what you mean, will manage to fix emissions at a certain level, no matter how fast or how slow the engine is working. Consistent with my line of thinking is that the scientists have already started their engine-related experiments on carbon emissions, S, to diminish its negative effect on CO2 sharp increase. Okay. To conclude from the arguments and examples above, I firmly believe that speed restrictions, not the, will be the best possible option to solve the case of mortality and injuries happened in an accident. Occurring would be better here. It is predicted that the need for introduction of speed limits will increasingly grow in the years to come. All right, so there are some nice elements, but of course there are some areas where there's some awkwardness, so be a little aware of them, okay? Let's take a look at your second essay. Okay, so on to your next essay. It's the cover letter, so let's see what you said about this. Okay. Dear Sir, Madam, I am writing in response to the advert for the finance manager position at Copper Company in British Columbia, published in the company's LinkedIn profile on this date. My name is Mrs. Abdeldina. I am an experienced professional. You didn't need a comma here. With 15 years of experience in finance at Big Four in mining companies. Okay, so how about this? First of all, I would probably use your full name here, not Mrs. Abdeldina. So, my name is Nazym Abdeldina, and I am an experienced professional with 15 years of experience in finance at Big Four in mining companies. I'm certified to work with the International Financial Reporting Standards. The reason why, without of, the reason why my candidature needs to be considered is that not only do I have deep knowledge of finance and audits, S, but also because I'm very familiar with technical protocol and production specifics. I'm very enthusiastic about work which is substantiated by the positive work approach throughout my work history, confirmed by my supervisor's recommendations. Okay, honestly, in one sentence, you wrote the word work 3 times. So, how about, I am very enthusiastic about this field, which is substantiated by the positive comments, let's say, acquired from my supervisor's recommendations, something like that. It's a little bit wordy, and like I said, you use the word work 3 times. It's a little too much in one sentence, so be careful. On top of that, I am a hugely energized employee because my credo is to demonstrate the highest possible performance and exceed my supervisor's expectations. Okay, first of all, it's a formal letter, so I neither like on top of that nor my credo. I mean, honestly, furthermore sounds a little more professional. In addition, and then this isn't really good. My motto, perhaps, my personal ethic, I don't know, something like that. And then I didn't really care for hugely energized. Also felt a little informal and not terribly professional sounding. So, furthermore, I am a very enthusiastic employee since my personal work ethic is to demonstrate the highest possible performance and exceed my supervisor's expectations. I think that's a better option. Oops, what just happened here? Ignore it. Okay. Currently, I am holding the finance manager position in Kazakhstan. Is there only one finance manager position? Probably not. There's probably multiple finance manager positions. So, currently, I am a finance manager in Kazakhstan. My job duties include monthly management account development, without the S in account. For headquarters, know the annual and semi-annual financial statement development. Again, no S here. Remember, I told you that when it acts as an adjective, take off the S. Cash control and forecast, closing and liaisons. Okay, you needed an and here. To my current employer, I brought value and reduction of annual audit fees, length of monthly management accounts development, annual budget development, and accounting software maintenance and cost decrease. I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. This feels a little sudden to me, Nazym. I would really want to hear something like, I am confident that I can bring the same, if not more, benefits to your company. Something like that, really, to kind of close it and show your enthusiasm and why they should hire you, okay? So a statement like that. And then check this out as well. Your letter started, Dear Sir, Madam, which means you don't know the name of the person, which means this has to end yours faithfully. When we don't know the name of the person we're writing to, if it's Dear Sir, Madam, if it's to whom it may concern, it has to end yours faithfully. Okay? So there's some good elements here. You had a lot of detail, which I really liked. The structure was fine. It was cohesive. Just some errors with grammar and lexical resource. And of course this, which might seem like a minor thing, but I assure you it's not. It's something you have to be really, really aware of, okay? The way you close and sign off in your letters. So correct them, send them back to us. I'm waiting for them. I'm looking forward to see what you write next. So lots of luck with your next writing assignments.